Hello there! You're watching Fred Talks. Mr. Fred here, your friendly public speaking guru. In today's video, allow me to highlight some important details that you need to remember to have a winning speech delivery. Do you remember the very first time that you were asked by your teacher to deliver a report in class? What was the point of it all? You were required to stand in front of the class and read your report. What sets it apart from delivering a speech or a storytelling, a poem, an essay, or any other piece of writing? It is recommended not to read from a script when making a speech. It is best that if you memorize the piece so that you are ready for this task. You should be aware of the suitable tone of voice to utilize, as well as the proper posture, gesture, and facial expressions. It is also vital that you understand the proper pronunciation, phrasing, stress, blending of words, phrases, and sentences. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Here are some ideas to help you deliver effectively. These are my tips for delivering a great speech that, if mastered, has the power to change your life. To begin, walk tall, stand tall. Like this. Allow your chin to form a right angle with your throat. Both shoulders should be on the same level, and your spine should be perpendicular to the floor. Whoops! Stay tuned for my tips on good sitting and standing posture. That will be the subject of my next video. 2. Confidently present yourself to the audience. When you're in front of an audience, never exhibit any signs of anxiousness. Be calm and relax. Remember the old adage, mind over matter. Never follow this man. But take a look at him. Try to imitate this man. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Relax. 3. Make an immediate eye contact with your audience. Allow your eyes to communicate with them. Creating an eye contact is the first step toward establishing rapport. Allow your eyes to speak for you. Allow your eyes to express warmth when the occasion calls for it. When the situation demands sympathy, express it. Allow your eyes to communicate any feelings or emotions you are having. 4. Think sharply, feel energized, and talk with zeal. If your audience notices you're weak and interesting, they will lose interest in what you're saying. Maintain a vibrant tone throughout your presentation. 5. Be passionate about what you're going to say and show your listeners or audience that you genuinely want to speak with them. Like this. With a question. Do you prefer offline or online learning? Well, of course, offline learning. The virtual classroom cannot substitute the learning that happens in the traditional classroom setup. Teaching online is teaching in a computer-generated environment powered by the World Wide Web, but not teaching in reality. Though both offer us learning, it's different that you get to see everyone in actuality. Inside the classroom, learning is engaging, encouraging, and entertaining. Every time a teacher encourages a student to believe in oneself, it is the beginning of putting one's dream into a reality. Come on, chillax! Your audience certainly understands your point. 6. Make effective use of your good voice. It should be projected. Allow it to tilt and sway, to sway and swing, to boom and whisper whenever it's needed. Like this. Classroom teaching is where all it started. It is where everyone is formed to be a student with a character, a good collaborator, an effective communicator, and a critical thinker, and a creative individual. Though all of these are still possible in online teaching, But nothing beats the presence of something or someone that you can see, feel, or touch. 7. Communicate clearly so that your audience understands you. Stuttering, muttering, whispering, and drawling should be avoided. Articulate your words clearly. When you modify the sounds you make, you change their meaning as well. Inconsistent word mouthing will certainly result in major misunderstanding and misinterpretation. A tape recorder is an excellent solution. Ask with your friends whether they have trouble understanding when you talk. Make a list of sounds that are challenging for you. Use online software application like Podcast AI or video recording platform like the Flipgrid. 8. Talk loudly enough for those in the final row of seats to hear you. Never speak to the audience in low voices. Make sure your voice reaches the far end of the room. Speakers who strive to talk loudly are more likely to overcome stage fright. They forget their shyness by concentrating or increasing their voices. Excuse me, Mr. Speaker, but I believe you need to raise the volume of your voice. People in the last row are unable to hear you. How about now? How about this time? Am I audible? Good. 9. Talk slowly enough to be understood, yet fast enough to keep things interesting and entertaining. Remember that speaking too quickly might irritate the audience. When you speak too quickly, you confuse the listeners. When speaking in front of a group, do not believe that you must talk at a consistent pace. It is more engaging to hear a range of speeches. Speak slowly when your facts and concepts are complex. Speak quickly when your facts or ideas are straightforward or simple to understand. Like this. This global pandemic may have brought us in another dimension of how we should perceive this new normal. We shouldn't be hindered by this present situation to continuously pursue our passion. Enroll yourself in free online classes such as in dance, music, visual arts, and creative writing. As we nurture our creativity, we must be all the instruments of propagating real and authentic news and be frontliners against hoax and fake news. Connect to the World Wide Web in spreading truth and positivity. 10. Use suitable, well-timed, and relevant movements and facial expressions to support, accentuate, and even exaggerate crucial points or ideas while speaking your piece. Whoops! Another video on this will be released soon. Just stay tuned. 11. You will be participating in a variety of school activities that will require you to speak. As a result, practice, 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 and practice some more. Remember the rule: correct and constant practice makes perfect. Although perfect is an overstatement, perfection merely implies achieving an acceptable result for a certain purpose. And that concludes our video for today. This is Mr. Fred sharing this quote from Rob Brown: if you can speak, you can influence. If you can influence, you can change lives. See you again next time for another episode of Fred Talks.